Welcome to Achieve at SSI. Setting SMART goals is an integral part of the setting expectations phase. This video is a demonstration of what a performance coaching conversation using SMART goals techniques could look like in action.
Hey Jace, how's your day going, mate?
Very good, how's your day going?
Awesome, thank you so much. Look, thanks for taking the time to sit down with me and talk through the first step in the Achieve cycle and really look at setting the goals for the next 6 to 12 months for you and obviously for your team as well. So I'd really like to have this time to get a sense of what are the things that are important to you and really ensure that we can co-create some SMART goals for you to use as your guide for the next 12 months in relation to your work achievement. How does that sound?
Sounds great, thank you Gary.
Awesome.
And just on that note, I want to just share how about the vision and goal around compliance training, given that's been an emerging communication node across the business. And from that note, I like to have my team to be close to 100% completion from both existing staff and the new horde of new starters. So maybe we could talk about some goals around that. I've got a bit of an idea how to achieve that. So maybe I could start off by sharing my ideas and then we could talk it through for some feedback and ideas.
Before we dive into the detail, can I just ask one question? Why is it a concern for you?
Well, traditionally for my team, and it's been going through a lot of high turnover and restructures, is that we don't get that close at 100% completion from both existing staff and new starts. New staff, they usually complete their compliance training on the very last week before due date. And for existing staff, it's been a bit of a battle and tug of war just to get them on board to do that refresher training from a compliance lens as well. So that's the reason there.
And what's the impact if they don't complete it?
If they don't complete it, there's a breach of compliance. So our compliance officer will give us a knock. And due to the business we work in, we may not be ticking off some certain mandates that are crucial for some of our clients, tenders and whatnot as well.
No, that sounds like a great starting point. So in relation to the mandatory learning, where do you see it sitting in the strategic plan for SSI?
I went through the strategic plan and I would suggest most likely in strategic pillar 1 and 2, given both touch base on the capability of our people and also how we show evident through the values, behaviours and approach in our service delivery, which is more the client-centric side. So we mentioned both on compliance of our people and also from the needs of our clients in terms of our contracts and tendering process there.
Okay.
Your
Fantastic,
thoughts?
Absolutely. I definitely see those connections, which I think are great, and I think we're really starting to form an awesome goal. So now that we've got that, let's start to think around, some specifics in relation to that. So what is realistic in relation to it? So obviously the achievement is 100% in 6 months.
Correct.
And that essentially is a non-negotiable. So what would you be looking at insofar as setting a goal for you and your team?
Very fair. Just off the bat, I would say 100% is our goal, but realistically, I'm looking forward even up to an uptake to 80%, I would be very happy. Currently it's sitting at 60%, so my vision for the team would be, I would say, new starters from currently 50% up to at least 80% by end of quarter 2.
Okay, so 80% of completion of mandatory learning in the first 3 months of their employment?
Correct.
Okay, is that realistic and achievable for your team?
Yes, we can talk to my team about setting some SMART goals around that as well. So putting the diary, maybe we could do 1 course per every fortnight or so, just to get that encouragement there. And we can also encourage some team collaboration events just to give them some time allocated strictly off the table just to do some compliance training. Just say 20 minutes.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like a plan. So how about we write that one down so we don't forget, and we'll add that to your plan.
Thank you. For further information or detail, please reference the SMART goal resources from the intranet.